Left fielder, number 14, Joseph Santoro. Right fielder, designated hitter, Zachary Pruitt. Third baseman, number 3, Owen Duffy. Second baseman, number 12, Brian McDermott. Catcher, number 10, Colton Sims. Third base, number 7, Aiden Behan. Shortstop, number 8, Ryan Polzinski. Right fielder, number 5, Tyler Smithill. Pitching for Spartans, number 22, Ian Keeney. Jamrock, first by Matt Smith. And now, we recognize the starters for your Salesianum baseball team. Leading off, second baseman, number 3, Brooks O'Hanlon. Shortstop, number 2, C.J. Moxley. Right fielder, number 5, Matt McSorley. Field catcher for Salesianum, number 11, Jude Swift. On the mound, number 20, Jack Johnson. Third baseman, number 10, Landon Johnson. Left fielder, number 17, Ty Wu. Designated hitter, number 24, Brandon Henry. Third baseman, number 4, Steven Catalina. Rounding out the order, number 7, center fielder, Cole Graham.
Welcome to the beautiful Fusco Fields on the campus of Salesianum. It's a mild, sunny spring day, but the Holy War is hot again as Salesianum takes on a resurgent St. Mark's in a matchup of two traditional Delaware powerhouses. Both are in mid-season form, and the winner here will make a resounding statement. I'm Johnny Jacobs, with me Nick Beckett.
Thank you, and yes, a holy war indeed. Salesianum against St. Mark's, big rivalry over the past couple years between these two schools, especially in baseball, I would say. So definitely going to be a very good matchup today. The rankings are already out. Some rankings have the Spartans at number 1 and others have us at number 1. So it's a battle of who's the true number 1 seed here today.
Definitely. Salesianum 9-2. They've won their last 6 on the run. This is a huge game for them. St. Mark's is 10-1. However, the last game was a loss against Conrad, so they're looking to bounce back here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Conrad being a very good team, I believe they are undefeated, and the Spartans did win 9 in a row before losing that game. So they have been doing very well themselves. On the mound today is Jack Bujanowski, so hoping to give the Sals another win today, hoping to push that winning streak to 7-0.
Yeah, Bujanowski, very strong outing the last time out against Indian River. He pitched 5 innings, only allowed 1 run. So he'll definitely need to be on his best again to slow down this St. Mark's lineup.
Yeah, definitely, especially with the power and speed and great defense of the St. Mark's team. And, I do remember my freshman year being on the freshman baseball team. That St. Mark's game at St. Mark's was definitely a dogfight, pulling down all their freshmen to ensure that they beat us. So this is definitely a very important game to both schools in this one.
Definitely. These games are always a dogfight. I remember when we went to St. Mark's for football last year. Great game, super high tension, so you always see that with this type of rivalry.
Leading off for the Spartans, center fielder Chase Thornton. Very big roar from the crowd here over on the Salesianum side. I think it's the first student section we've had for baseball, as Bujanowski's first pitch is in there for strike 1. Pitch down for ball 1. 1-1 count here to Chase Thornton getting the start out in center field today.
Yeah, we see Bushnowski working quickly here at the start of the game.
Pitch just outside for ball number 2. Pitch outside again for ball 3.
Bushnowski yet to issue a walk this season.
Thornton fouls that one back, keeping Bushnowski in this count. Full count here to start the game. See if Bushnowski decides to throw out with the payoff pitch. Bushnowski's pitch. Low for ball 4. As Thornton draws a leadoff walk. Left fielder Joseph Santoro. Santoro playing left field today. First pitch he sees hits the backstop. Thornton will swipe second easily. Wild pitch. Jude Swift catching today. Goes out and checks on Bushnowski. Santoro up now batting with a runner in scoring position. See if we can get his RBI numbers up. Bushnowski from the stretch. Looks at Thornton at second. Bunt down back to Bushnowski. O'Hanlon covering second, and it's over his head as Chase Thornton coming home. Santoro rounding second, heading to third. He will be safe at third. He will get to third on that wild throw by Bushnowski. Designated hitter, Zachary Pruitt. Zach Pruitt now designated hitter, batting with a runner on third and no outs. First pitch he sees is fouled off over by first for strike 1.
Yeah, Bushnowski looking to regain his composure here after the error.
Pitch in there for strike 2. Bushnowski battling back a little bit after giving up a run. No outs here. Santoro leading off third. Bushnowski's 0-2 pitch. Outside for ball 1. Owen Duffy, the third baseman, in the on-deck circle for the Spartans, waiting his turn. As Bushnowski's pitch is grounded to short. Moxley takes a look over at third and throws it to first. The Sal's get their first out of the inning. Third baseman, Owen Duffy. Duffy up now, batting with 1 out now and still running on third. His first pitch he sees is outside for ball 1. Bushnowski ready for the second pitch. And is in there for strike 1. Good so far from Bushnowski after letting that 1 run up to get back and get some strikes, get some outs.
Yeah, that mentality is so important in baseball.
1-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded back to short. Moxley over to first. And there's a second out, and Bushnowski showing a little life here. Second baseman, Brian McDermott. McDermott up now, playing second today. 2 outs now, and a runner on third still. Bushnowski looking to get out of this inning. His first pitch is outside for ball 1. Bushnowski's 1-0 pitch. Swung on and fouled past third. Brings the count even to 1-1. A lot of stands, a lot of fans of the stands here tonight, here at Fusco Fields for both sides. St. Mark's definitely bringing their crowd out here to support their team. It's the 1-1 pitch. Bushnowski's fouled back to the backstop, and that'll be strike 2.
Yeah, Bushnowski looking for strikeout number 19 on the year.
Definitely a good milestone to have, almost 20 strikeouts halfway through the season. This pitch dirted to Swift. McDermott works the count back to back even, now at 2-2. Bushnowski's pitch. Outside corner called ball 3. A little commotion from the Salesianum fans.
Definitely, they don't seem too pleased with that call.
Definitely not. Full count here. Bushnowski's pitch. Swung on and drove into the gap between left and center. Wu makes a break for it, cuts it off. As McDermott slides into second safely. It's the second run of the game here for the Spartans. Catcher, Colton Sims.
Yeah, it's the first extra base hit Bushnowski's permitted all season.
Yeah, it's tough when you're facing a very good hitter in Brian McDermott there. Catcher Sims up now as he looks at ball 1. Bushnowski's 1-0 pitch. Fouled off back to the backstop. Counts even 1-1. First baseman Lehane in the on-deck circle for the Spartans. Seeing if he can get up and do some damage. Bushnowski's 1-1 pitch. Takes a look back at McDermott. Back to home plate, and it's fouled off the foot of the catcher. Sims for strike number 2. See if Bushnowski can get one more strike to get out of this inning with minimal damage.
Let's see if Bushnowski goes off speed here.
Pitch outside corner, called strike 3. And the Spartans scored 2 here in the opening half of the first inning. Bottom 1 coming out here for the Sals. We'll be right back here on WSAL. Leading off the bottom of the first inning for Salesianum, number 3, Brooks O'Hanlon.
Keene has one final meeting with his teammates before he faces O'Hanlon.
O'Hanlon up now with a 2-run deficit in the bottom of the first, hoping to get something going for the Sal's, see if they can tie it up. Keene's first pitch upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, O'Hanlon a dangerous hitter, sitting .423 on the season, 2 RBIs. He's made 12 stolen bases, so dangerous man if he can get on base.
1-0 pitch in there for strike 1. Yes, O'Hanlon very, very speedy on the base path and in the field. See if he can get something going. 1-1 pitch. In there for strike 2. O'Hanlon takes 2 strikes back-to-back looking.
Yeah, we see Salesianum remain patient at the plate despite the deficit.
1-2 pitch, swung on and drove deep to left field. Left fielder back and caught it just before the wall. Great hit by O'Hanlon, but great jump also by the left fielder there. Shortstop, number 2, C.J. Moxley. C.J. Moxley up now batting with 1 out. Seeing if he's the one who can get on base. Hopefully get a rally here going for Salesianum. First pitch upstairs. Ball 1.
Yeah, Moxley, great player. He's broken out of his beginning slump. He's now hitting around 300, so let's see if he can further improve that here.
Off speed in there for strike 1. Very good off speed here by Keene. Pretty decent changeup there as well. 1-1 pitch to Moxley. Dirted for ball number 2. So you can hear some commotion from the Salesianum fans and the dugout.
Definitely.
Making sure Moxley doesn't swing at that one. Keene's 2-1 pitch. Off speed. Hit into left field. And that will be out number 2 for the Sal's. So 2 quick outs here for Salesianum. Right fielder Matt McSorley. Matt McSorley up now playing right field today. You know, usually a first baseman, but he's made the transition to the outfield today. His first pitch he sees is in the dirt for ball 1. 1-0 pitch in there for strike 1.
Yeah, we see Keene go right back to that changeup. He's going to get burned if he keeps throwing them like that, though.
Changeup down in the dirt for ball 2. A lot of Salesianum alumni, especially baseball alumni, I'm seeing here in the stands. So very nice of them to come support the new Salesianum team. So that pitch is in the dirt again.
Yeah, we have some mixed feedback from both dugouts.
Second pitch, Keene's in a row that Keene's thrown in the dirt, third in the at-bat. See if McSorley can work himself a little walk here. So that pitch clips the outside corner for strike 2. Full count here for McSorley. Changeup fouled off to the left side of third base. Good job by McSorley to battle and foul that pitch off.
Definitely, Salesianum's lineup will definitely need to catch on to Keene's changeup if they want any chance at scoring some runs here.
His predominant pitch in this at-bat for McSorley. See if he goes fastball here. And he will, and that will clip the outside corner for strike 3. The Sal's go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. We'll be right back with the top of the second inning here in WSAL. We're back with the top of the second. Is Aiden Lehane up now, the first baseman, as he fouls that first pitch off. Wisnowski, good first pitch to get Lehane to foul it off. This is 0-1 pitch. Another foul. That one back to the backstop this time. Aiden Lehane playing first. He's a Keystone University baseball commit. So see if he can do some damage here. 0-2 pitch. So we're gonna foul again. 3 straight foul balls. Good job by Bushnowski to work the zone a little bit. Worked inside, then up, then outside.
Definitely, especially with this ump giving a generous strike zone here.
0-2 pitch again. In the dirt for ball 1. One-two pitch. So I'm going to ground it over to Catalina, and he bobbles it, and he will not get Lehane running down first.
Lehane going well past first, obviously looking surprised and excited to have made it there on what should be a routine out.
Back pick over to first, not in time. As a shortstop, Ryan Folzinski will come up to the plate. Here with the runner on first. Swift looks to back pick again. He will not this time. Catalina in on the grass. Swing and a miss as Catalina will retreat smartly out of play.
Here we see Bushnowski bringing the heat there.
Pitch from Bushnowski's outside for the ball.
We have some jeers from the Salesianum crowd.
Bushnowski steps off, regains himself. Pitch from Bushnowski. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout for Jack Bushnowski. Running at the order for the Spartans, right fielder Tyler Sneeko. Running at the order for the Spartans is Tyler Sneeko here playing right field today. He's batting with 1 out and a runner on first. So he fouled out of play, or in play, excuse me. Back over the first baseman, Johnston. Oh, 1 pitch. Swinging a line drive foul of third.
Here we see St. Mark's aggressive at the plate. They're swinging at almost anything close. Obviously looking eager to expand their lead.
Definitely. Lehane jogging back to first. As Sneeko will await the 0-2 pitch. O2 here from Bushnowski. Outside corner, ball 1. Ooh, close pitch there from Bushnowski. Bushnowski now works with a 1-2 count. The pitch is downstairs for ball 2.
Here we see Bushnowski is trying to find the edges of the zone, but control just doesn't look to be there right now.
Lehane leads off first. Sneeko battling with a 2-2 count. Pitch from Bushnowski. Swung on. Ground ball over to second, and O'Hanlon will not try for it. A little bit out of his reach. Throw from McSorley comes in right to the chest. C.J. Moxley. That'll be a 1-out single there from Tyler Sneeko. Center fielder Chase Thornton. Chase Thornton back up now. Walked and scored the first run of the game on his last at-bat. I'm batting with a 1-out, runner on first and second. Pitch swung on a miss for strike one here on Thornton. There's a little chirping from the Salesianum stands. Wisnowski spin around, no throw to second. Wisnowski's 0-1 pitch. Swung on a ground ball to third. Catalina at second. No throw over to first, as they'll get 1 out on that play. As Lehane will move up to third. Left fielder Joseph Santoro. Santoro up now, reached base on an error and also scored the last inning. See what he can do here now. First pitch in there for strike one. Wisnowski trying to work himself out of a little bit of a jam here. So he got 2 quick outs. Pitch upstairs for ball 1.
Here we see Wisnowski testing the limits of the strike zone. Almost trying to feel out the umpire.
Yeah, see what he can get. Maybe work on it. Maybe work to it a little later. Pitch swung and a miss for strike 2. That was a big swing and a miss there from the left fielder. Wisnowski now a 1-2 count. Hopefully to sit him down. Runner goes upstairs. No throw from Swift. That'll be a stolen base from Chase Thornton. Now two runners in scoring position here for Santoro. Driven 1 run his last at bat. 2-2 pitch. Swinging a drive deep to right center field. Graham camps under it and makes the catch. Good job to haul that one down by Cole Graham. As we move now to the bottom of the second inning here on WSAL. Jude Swift up now, behind the dish tonight. First pitch to Swift, curveball up high for ball 1.
Yeah, Swift batting .391, so definitely a great hitter for average, and Salesianum really does need a man on base now.
Another off speed. That one there for a strike. 1-1 pitch to Swift. Swung on a ground up the middle. Now we'll reach for a hit. Jude Swift, first Sal on the bases tonight. Now batting pitcher, number 20, Jack Buznowski. Buznowski up 1 home run. See if he can make it 2 to see if he can even this game out. First pitch. Flown shallow right field. Swift halfway. Throw to second. Safe. Buznowski's little blue pit will advance Swift over to second.
Yeah, that ball placed perfectly right.
First baseman, Landon Johnston.
Yeah, that last hit right in the gap between the infield and the outfield. Yeah, great placement.
Great little blue pit. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Keene steps off, checks the runners. No advancement. Catcher from St. Mark's runs out to check on his pitcher.
Yeah, you have to wonder if Keene wants to continue leaning on his changeup with runners on the bases.
Johnston playing first today. See if he can do some damage with a runner on second. Pitch to Johnston shows bunt. That's called strike 1.
Yeah, last time out against Indian River, we saw Salesianum use bunting very effectively to advance and score their runners. Indeed,
they got 2 hits in a row off of it. Outfield playing very shallow over the left side. This catcher will back pick Swift, and he is safe at second. Johnston, a pull hitter, so the outfield will be definitely shifting over towards left field. Hopefully get him out.
Yeah, we see a lot of empty space in right.
Johnston showing bunt. Pulls back on his swing. And it's strike 2. So no bunt anymore from Johnston. Because if he can get one just over the head of the first baseman, Lehane over there, that's definitely scoring 2. Keene's 1-2 pitch. Fastball. Hit into shallow right field. Caught, no tag by Swift. As it was a good throw over the third base.
Yeah, you see him.
Under the first out of the inning.
Yeah, he thought about it, but it was just too shallow for him to be able to tag.
The left fielder, Tai Wu. Tai Wu up to the plate now. Is the outfield still playing almost exactly where they played for Johnston. So I bet you if Wu gets one over the head of the first baseman, Lehane, he's rounding the bases. First pitch, curveball in there for strike 1.
Yeah, Tai Wu, another who's really picked up over the last few games.
He's got 2 stolen bases, so if he can get on with an open base, he's definitely swiping one. So 1 pitch, off speed, down for ball 1. Brandon Emig waiting in the on-deck circle, the designated hitter for tonight. Spin pickoff move, no throw. Swift will retrieve safely. Back to second.
Yeah, you can hear jeers from the Salesianum side. It's standing room only at Fusco today.
Definitely, almost every single seat I see is taken. As Wu swing and misses on that one. As Keene now works into a 1-2 count here with 1 out and a runner on first and second. Keene looking over to his shortstop, giving some signs. Possible throw over again. Keene's pitch. Downstairs for ball 2. Good eye by Wu on that one.
Yeah, it's becoming a theme with Keene. He's looking to get those swinging strikes below the knees, at the knees. Salesianum, for the most part, is not buying it.
No, definitely not. 2-2 pitch here to Wu. Curveball swung. Grounded over to second. McDermott over to second. And gets 1 out there on the inning as cannot get the speedy Wu over at first. That one moves Swift up to third. Now we got a runner on the now we got runners on the corners. The designated hitter, Brandon Emig. Brandon Emig up now, batting with a run on first and third. Thinking Wu will probably take second here. On the first couple pitches, get 2 runners in scoring position, so that a single does tie. So that a single would tie the game.
Emig is a pitcher. He took the win the last time out for Salesianum.
Yes, he did very well in their road win. First pitch he sees. Curveball swung on, belted deep to center field. Camps under it. That'll be the 3rd out of the inning. St. Mark's gets out of a little bit of a jam here in the 2nd inning. We'll be right back with the top of the 3rd here in WSAL. Pruitt leading off the top of the 3rd here for the Spartans. First pitch down in the dirt for ball 1. One 0 pitch. In there for strike 1. Pitch in there for strike number 2. Good job by Bushnowski to get 2 quick strikes back to back.
Yeah, we see Bushnowski aggressively attacking the outside corner.
Pitch grounded over the first. Johnston grabs it easy, steps on the bag for out number 1. Third baseman, Owen Duffy. Owen Duffy up now, grounded out to short his first at bat. So he takes a ball outside. No pitch. Swung on, grounded to third, past the diving Moxley. Into left field. Wu's throw back in quickly as it is a one-out single here for the Spartans.
Yeah, Spartans seem to.
Second baseman, Brian McDermott.
Yeah, St. Mark's almost seems to have Wisniewski's number because Indian River is a similar level team, and not even they were able to hit him this well.
First pitch to McDermott. Skied over in foul territory, and it will be out of play. Neither Wu or Catalina can get there. McDermott doubled his last at bat, bringing in 2 clutch runs, the only 2 runs of the game so far for the Spartans. Step off, no throw back, and that's called for a balk. So Duffy will move up to second now on a balk by Wisniewski. Now McDermott will be batting with a runner in scoring position, his second time of the night today. Wisniewski working from the stretch. Pitch fired in there. Skied out to left center as Cole Graham will camp under it and get the second out of the inning. Very nice catch by Cole Graham to get the very good hitter in McDermott out.
Definitely, that's some great hustle there.
Center, second catcher Colton Sims. First pitch past Swift. Wisniewski covering home. Duffy will get to third on the passed ball.
Yeah, Salesianum missing their catcher, Gray.
Definitely Jimmy Gray out with a hand injury. Not wearing a brace anymore, so that's definitely good news for him. 1-0 pitch. In there for strike 1. One pitch outside for ball 2. There's a little chirping from the Salesianum fans in the student section. 2-1 pitch. Flips the corner for strike 2. Wisniewski now 1 strike away from ending this inning with another inning with no runs scored. In there, lined into right field for a single. Now it scored the 3rd run of the game for the Spartans.
Yeah, 2-out single there for the Spartans.
First baseman, Aiden Lehane. Got a pinch runner for the catcher over there at first. Number 15, Aiden Coley. Lehane up now. He takes a pitch in there for strike 1.
Here we have some increasing banter from the Salesianum student section.
It's good friendly banter. You know, a lot of these kids definitely know each other.
Definitely.
Pitch fouled out of play for strike 2. Wisniewski trying to get out of this inning. No more damage done.
Yeah, runner on first looking antsy to steal. Had a pretty large lead last time.
Lehane's pitch. Flied into right field and diving catch, but oh, it drops out of his glove. Runner from first will score, and Lehane will get to second on that error. Great try by O'Hanlon. Just not able to keep it in the glove as he hits the ground.
Yeah, of course, tracking those fly balls very difficult.
Shortstop, Ryan Volzinski. There's another run from the Spartans here. Salesianum's just trying to get out of the inning now. Pitch bunted. Foul territory. Strike one. In there for another strike. Job by Bushnowski working the strike zone.
Definitely looking for another strikeout here.
1-2 pitch, grounded up the middle. Moxley dives and stops it. No play there, either first or third.
Yeah, Moxley stops what would otherwise be a surefire run if that ball goes into the outfield.
Right fielder, Tyler Sneeko. Sneeko up now, singled his first at bat back in the second inning. Now he's working with a runner on first and third. First pitch upstairs for ball one. St. Mark's leading this one 4-0 here in the top of the third. Bushnowski just trying to work himself out of this inning. Pitch downstairs for ball two. Say St. Mark's is playing like the better team today. Hopefully Salesianum can get back in this.
Definitely. Salesianum is just making too many mistakes that you cannot make as Bushnowski drills a batter.
That one is, I believe, hits him. But it looked like he swung. So they will call it, I believe, a foul ball. But nonetheless, still a strike for Salesianum. So very weird play there, but it works in Salesianum's favor. As the runner takes off from first. Ground ball back to Bushnowski. He'll flip it over to first. And finally out of this top of the third inning. St. Mark's leads it 4-0. And we'll be back with the bottom of the third inning here in WSAL. Cole Graham up now with his first at-bat of the game. Hoping to get something going for the Sals. There's only 2 hits in the game so far and no runs scored.
Yeah, Salesianum needs anything here.
Graham bunts it down the third base line. Pitcher fields it. And that will be an out. Very close by Cole Graham, but good play by the pitcher Keene to get him out. Second baseman, Brooks O'Hanlon. Brooks O'Hanlon now up as he flied out to center last at bat. See if he can get something started. First pitch in the dirt for ball 1. One pitch to O'Hanlon. Another pitch in the dirt. Pitch here. Strike number 1. Very nice curveball here by Keene. He gets O'Hanlon. Two 2-1 pitch here to O'Hanlon. Another curveball. That one upstairs for ball 3. O'Hanlon up 3-1 in the count. Fastball, and O'Hanlon pops it up in the shallow right field. And that will be the second out of the inning. Shortstop, C.J. Moxley. C.J. Moxley up now. Flew out to center as well, his first at bat. He's working with 2 outs now. Fastball upstairs for ball 1. It's very interesting as the St. Mark's outfield is playing almost an entire position over. Moxley takes a curveball in there for strike number 1. Very decent amount of room there over in right field as the right fielder is playing almost into left center field.
Definitely. Moxley is a
one pitch to Moxley in there for ball 2. Sorley playing right field today, waits in the on-deck circle. 2-1 pitch swung on. And strike number 2. See if Keene will go to his changeup or maybe his curveball in this last pitch. Keene's pitch. Fastball fell back.
That's a bit of a change. We don't typically see him go to the fastball to get 3rd strikes. Will we try that again here?
Still 2-2. It's Keene's pitch. Fastball on the outside. Ball 3.
Yeah, it's a great job here by Moxley to work the count.
Full count pitch here. Curveball, and it hits him, and he will take his base. As the Sal's have a base runner here with 2 outs. Right fielder Matt McSorley. McSorley will be batting with 2 outs and runner on first. Seeing if he can do some damage here to limit the runs. Curveball in the dirt. Catchers know where it is. Moxley takes off for second. He'll be in there safely. So that ball bounced off the catcher right in front of him.
Yeah, we see St. Mark's outfield still very deep and still shifted almost. Yeah, we see a very significant shift.
Definitely. Keene steps off, takes a look over at second. 1-0 pitch to McSorley. Fastball outside for ball 2. Fans continuing to pile in on both sides of the stands. McSorley now with a 2-0 count. Keene's pitch, swing, fouled off to the backstop for strike 1. Swift sits in the on-deck circle with the shin guards on, awaiting his at-bat.
Yeah. Look for Moxley to steal here. He has 4 stolen bases on the year.
No steal by Moxley and a swing and a miss by McSorley. McSorley had a 2-0 count, and 2 pitches later, it's back to even. 2-2. Here to the right fielder, McSorley. Keene in the line, in the stretch. Pitch lined out to left center field. Center fielder camps under it. That'll be the 3rd out. Sal's get 1 base runner over to second, but nothing much after that. St. Mark's still leading at 4-0. Here as we return with the top of the 4th inning. Chase Thornton will get things started here in the box for St. Mark's. First pitch upstairs for ball 1. Bujanowski still on the mound. And no activity going on in the Sal's bullpen.
Yeah, it's a bit surprising.
Swing on miss. Strike 1. Yeah, a little bit surprising. Bujanowski is still on the mound, struggling a little bit here today. But Coach Godfrey believes in him. 1-1 pitch. In there for strike 3.
Yeah, definitely. Belief in players is such an important part of baseball, so... Yeah, also, most of the runs haven't been Bujanowski's fault.
Yeah, definitely a little rough for Buchnowski. Because he almost hits Santoro with that pitch and misses the ball into the sun. Sun coming in from just behind home plate, covering basically in a straight line from home plate. Pitch fouled. Probably under the train tracks back there. Pitch inside for ball 2. Two on pitch. Upstairs for ball 3. Buchnowski fighting the sun. Pitch line foul. No fair, and caught by Wu.
That is some great hustle by Wu to make that play there.
Pruitt in there swings, check swing. Yes, he did for strike 1. Pitch ground, fair ball down the third base line into the corner. Wu tracks it down. Wu's throw in. Pruitt will get to second there with a double.
Yeah, we see St. Mark's making a lot of contact
Third
against
baseman
Bujanowski.
Owen Duffy. First pitch in there, strike 1. Runner takes off, switch, throw down to third, and he is out.
Great throw.
Great throw by Swift. I don't know about that stolen base call, but the Sals retreat back to the dugout with no runs and an amazing catch by Tai Wu. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th. Swift will lead it off here at the bottom of the fourth, as Salesianum still trails 4-0 to St. Mark's. Pitch down low for ball one.
Yeah, Swift batting almost 400. He's the type of guy you want up here when you just need a runner on base.
Definitely. 1-0 pitch here to Swift. Swing and a miss, strike one. One pitch. Down for ball two. As Keene also fighting the sun. Here drops the ball at the mound.
Keene now on his 50th pitch.
That one down again for ball number three. One here to Swift. Outside for ball four. The Sal's draw a leadoff walk.
It's walk number 4 for Swift.
Pitcher Jack Bushnowski. Bushnowski looks like he's set to lead off the top of the fifth pitching, as there's no activity there in the South bullpen. First pitch to Bushnowski. Swung on in a little grounder over to second. No play at second, and that will be out at first. And Swift will move up to second on the little ground out to the second baseman McDermott.
Yeah, very close play at first.
First baseman, Landon Johnston. Landon Johnston batting out with a runner in scoring position and 1 out in the inning. Step off, throw to second, and he is safe. It's the second time that he's tried to throw over and get Swift. Swift's a little too fast for him. Wu in the on-deck circle after making an amazing catch in left field in the bottom of the fourth. Johnston awaiting the pitch. In the dirt, blocked by the catcher. Great block. Keep it in front.
Yeah, Johnson, 7 RBIs. Definitely looking to add another with Salesianum in this deficit and a runner in scoring position, something that's been rare for them today.
Swing and a miss by Johnston. Count goes back even 1-1. Johnston flew out to right his last at-bat back in the second. Seeing if he can get a hit here to score Swift from second. Pitch upstairs for ball two. Keene very productive here on the mound, only allowing 2 hits today. No strikeouts, but still a very impressive outing here by Keene. It's pitched down low for ball 3 to Johnston.
Definitely. We've seen a lot of variety in pitches from him. We've seen some curveballs, some changeups, a lot of fastballs all over the zone. Yeah, Salesianum needs to catch on quickly if they want any chance.
3-1 here to Johnston. As ball 4. Now we'll have a runner on first and second for Tai Wu. Right fielder Tai Wu. Tai Wu up now with a runner on first and second, seeing if he can get something into the outfield, hopefully to the fence, to score 1 if not 2. Coach called time Go talk to his pitcher. No activity in either of the bullpens here so far in this game. Johnson over on first. Swift at second with Wu up to the plate. Seeing if Wu can do some damage here. Umpire coming out to the mound to break up the little talk that the Spartans are having.
Yeah, Wu yet to record an RBI so far this season. Will definitely be looking for his first in a tight spot here for Salesianum.
Step off, look at second, no throw. Swift didn't really get too far off the bag there. Wu waiting his first pitch of the at-bat. Wu got to first on fielder's choice back in the second. Another step off by Keene. Swift isn't really getting too far off the bag. Wu's still waiting for his first pitch of the at-bat. Trying to do some damage here. The right field being completely wide open. Here's the first pitch to Wu, and it's grounded in the dirt for ball one.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of pitches in the dirt so far today. So you have to wonder if this is almost it for him.
Still no activity in either of the bullpens. Looks like both managers will continue with their starting pitcher. 1-0 pitch to Wu. In there for strike one. Looks like it just clipped the bottom of the zone there. One pitch to Wu. Swing and a miss. A very, very nice curveball.
Yeah,
there by Keene.
Filthy pitch there. He had Wu reaching for it.
Wu now has to battle here with 2 strikes. Salesianum needs to come through here with a runner scoring position, and that is driven out to shallow right center field. Catch is made. No tag by Swift. There'll be 2 outs here. Bottom of the 4th. Designated hitter, Brandon Emig. Brandon Emig up now. Seeing if he can be the one to deliver a hit to potentially score Swift from second as the first run of the ball game for Salesianum.
Yeah, Salesianum really does need some runs here.
Pitch to Emig in there for strike one.
Yeah, despite the deficit, Sally's still showing some solid plate discipline.
Emig flew out to center field his last at-bat. Hoping to get a hit this one. Curveball in the dirt for ball one.
Yeah, even when the ball is in the dirt, Sims has been very effective at stopping it and not allowing runners to advance on these.
Definitely doing a really good job keeping the ball in front of them. Pitch to Emig. In there for strike two. No, Emig's the one who has to battle here with 2 strikes on him.
Yeah, Sally's cannot afford to strand more runners.
1-2 pitch here to Emig. Outside corner, ball, number 2.
Great take.
It's a very good take. A little activity in the Spartan bullpen. There's number 6, Tanner Emmerts. So maybe a little change here. As that pitch is inside for ball 3 to Emig. Full count with 2 outs, so both runners will be advancing here on this next pitch.
Full count. Watch for the changeup from Keene.
Definitely not having too good control with the last 2 pitches on his fastball. So seeing what he can do with this one. Both runners advance. That one lined in foul down the first base line.
Emig 1 RBI so far this season. Definitely looking to add to that total here.
We'll do a 3-2 pitch again. Keene steps off the mound. Regain himself. As he steps off, Swift was about to take off for third. Swift retreats safely back to second.
Yeah, Keene very concerned with Swift over these last 2 at-bats.
Definitely. I don't know why. Swift really hasn't had that big of a lead. But Thunder's advance. Curveball in over to second. Great play by McDermott, and what a play by Brian McDermott there at second base to get to that ball. There's a little chirping from one of the St. Mark's players as he comes off the field. No runs here for the Sal's still. 2 walks in that inning and no hits. So seeing what they'll be able to do next inning. As we'll be back at the top of the 5th here on WSAL. Back here in the top of the 5th, Owen Duffy leading off now. First pitch inside for ball 1. Pitch in there for strike 1. This is just 1-1 count here to Duffy. As there's a little more activity in the Spartan bullpen. Duffy swings and misses at that one. It'd be number 2, Ryan Polzinski. Right-hander warming up in the bullpen, seeing if he will come on in the bottom of the 5th. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Great pitch by Jack Bushnowski.
Definitely.
Get the slugging Duffy out on strikes.
Yeah. First time we've seen Bushnowski's sinker.
Second baseman, Brian McDermott. So now McDermott coming up to the plate after making a very nice diving stop as he takes inside for ball 1. 1-0 pitch in there for strike one. Count back to even. This ball rolls past Bushnowski.
Yeah, we're starting to see Bushnowski go for the low zone.
Bushnowski kicks and fires. In there for strike two. Quick strikes here from Bushnowski in this inning. Hoping to get quick inning to get the Sal's back in the dugout. That one misses low for ball two.
Yeah, we're starting to see Bushnowski throw more of a sinker.
2-2 pitch to McDermott. As that one skied into the air, into the infield, and Bushnowski catches it. Excuse me, it bounces in the infield, a little triangle just behind the pitcher's mound. It falls for a hit.
Yeah, very indicative of the rest of the mistakes that Salesianum's been making all night.
Catcher, Colton Sims. Very interesting play there. Seems nobody really had a good beat on it. So McDermott will reach with an infield single. McDermott
Runner
on a steal
goes.
second, and O'Hanlon missed the ball. Looks like McDermott didn't know if he was going or not, so he stopped halfway between first and second. So all O'Hanlon had to do was just catch the ball, and it would have been free out.
Yeah, he's definitely out if O'Hanlon makes that play. Another fielding mishap for Salesianum.
McDermott takes off for third. Swift's throw down, and he is safe at third. As a lefty, Emmerts warms up in the Spartan bullpen again.
Yeah, McDermott showing off his speed because that was a really good throw, but he still beat
It's
it.
a very good throw by the catcher, Swift. As that one skied into shallow right field. McSorley coming in on it, and he will bail on it. It's the second fielding mishap today in this inning by the Sal's, as Swift telling the dugout to come talk with their pitcher.
Yeah, Sally's looking like a completely different team from the one that we saw against Indian River. Just too many unforced, undue errors here, and it's costing them. It's costing them majorly.
They'll get another pinch runner for the catcher, Sims. First baseman, Aiden Lehane.
I'm a bit surprised to see Bushnowski continue. He's thrown 95 pitches here today, so he's had a lot of work.
Looks like there's still no activity in the Sally's bullpen, so seeing what Coach Godfrey wants to do here with his starter almost nearing 100 pitches, as that pitch is fouled back for strike one.
Yeah, the Spartan lineup's been making Bushnowski earn everything.
Runner takes for second. Lehane lines it into left center field. Graham will cut it off. Runner touches third, and no, he will not go home. It's a great throw by Graham. Would have had him dead to rights.
Yeah, great throw there by Graham to cut it off.
Shortstop, Ryan Folzinski. Looking like Coach Godfrey going with J.J. Lai to warm up in the bullpen. At least that's what it sounds like. Swift relaying some signs to his infield. This one ground ball will end the suffering in this inning. First pitch upstairs from ball 1 to Falzinski. The shortstop also he was warming up in the bullpen earlier this inning. They'll still go with the previous option. Emmert's still throwing in the bullpen down over on the Spartan side. As J.J. Lai, I believe, warming up in the Salesianum bullpen as that pitch misses upstairs for another ball. 3-0 here, now to Falzinski. Runner on first and third. So maybe seeing some movement over at first as that pitch misses for ball 4. Bases loaded now with 1 out here for the Sals. His coach Godfrey will go out.
Yeah, this is likely
and have a chat with Bushnowski, looking over to the bullpen, seeing if Lai will come out. I don't know if Lai will because he only threw a couple pitches. So we'll see what he wants to do. And Lai will come out. Interesting move from Coach Godfrey to have Lai throw only a couple and then immediately go into pitch. And off the field comes Catalina as Bushnowski will move over to third base. Now pitching for Salesianum, right-handed pitcher number 13, J.J. Lai. Here's Bushnowski, not the best outing from him today. So he'll be charged with 10 hits in this one.
Yeah, Lai was very effective his last time out on the road against Dover. He had 4.1 innings pitched. He only permitted 1 hit and 1 walk. He struck out 7, so
very good by Lai. Gonna be playing his college ball down at Ursinus in the fall. So very good luck to him. So he'll face the right fielder Tyler Sneeko for his first batter.
yeah, of course, Lai coming into a less than ideal situation here. Bases loaded, 1 out, so not easy being put straight into a jam. But
right fielder Tyler Sneeko. Yeah, bases loaded, 1 out, not the best predicament you want to be in as a reliever coming into the game. See if JJ can get a first pitch ground out into a double play to end the inning. Lai's first pitch is grounded, but foul past the first base side. There's the whole infield for Salesianum playing practically at the grass to cut off the run going home. That one's lined into center field. Third guy from third comes around, and Lehane from second, and they will both score on the two RBI single from Tyler Sneeko.
they just hit through the gap. No one was ever reaching that one, so 2 more runs score for the Spartans.
Center fielder Chase Thornton. Chase Thornton up now for the Spartans with a run first and second. Lai takes a look over at runner at second. Takes some fires and a ball flied into center field. Shallow center as Graham comes in, makes the second out of the inning. Left fielder Joseph Santoro. Santoro up now, flying out to left field his last at bat back in the 4th inning. Now batting with a runner on first and second and 2 outs. That pitch in there. Strike 1. Good first pitch there by Lai. He's trying to work himself out of a little bit of a jam here. Pitch upstairs for ball 1. Spartans scoring 3 in this inning, going up 7-0 now over Salesianum. It's a 1-1 pitch from Lai. Upstairs for ball 2.
Yeah, we see Lai's first off-speed pitch there.
Struggling a little bit of control here to the left fielder. Pitch upstairs for ball 3. 3-1 now here to Santoro.
Yeah, Lai looking for that high inside corner of the plate, but it's just not hitting it.
Pruitt in the on-deck circle, waiting his at-bat. It's Lai's pitch, and there for ball 4. He'll load the bases here. The designated hitter coming up. Designated hitter, Zachary Pruitt. Pruitt up now with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Lai's first pitch to him. In there for ball. Strike 1. Spartans take a very commanding lead, 7-0 here. Top of the 5th. That was in there for strike 2 from swing and a miss. But Pruitt. No, Lai is 1 strike away from a very tough jam in this inning. Pitch upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, Lai struggling to prevent his fastball from rising.
1-2 pitch here from Lai. And there for ball 2. Lai struggling a little bit with command here. Hopefully he can bring it back with this next pitch. And that's in there for strike 3. And Lai holds them there. St. Mark's gets 3 runs in this inning. See if the Sal's can battle back, at least get a couple here. We'll be right back in the bottom of the 5th inning. Cole Graham gets things started here for the Sal's in the bottom of the 5th inning. Hopefully to get a couple runs back. As he swings and pops one into foul territory. That will be well foul. Way out of reach of the third baseman. Graham grounded out in his only at-bat today. Grounded out to the pitcher on a attempted bunt.
Yes, Salesianum, they've been making contact. They just haven't been getting hits. Let's see if that can change here.
That one swung and drove in deep to left center field. Left fielder camps under it and makes the catch. Second baseman, Brooks O'Hanlon. So O'Hanlon up now 0 for 2 in his first 2 at-bats. Seeing if he can get something going for the Sals.
You know, O'Hanlon, one of their more reliable hitters. They need him here.
Curveball in there for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch here to O'Hanlon. Ball outside. Bottom of the 5th here, Salesianum. 2 hits only today. See if O'Hanlon can make that 3. He'll line foul of 3rd. Drive the count up to 1 and 2. A lot of cheers from the Salesianum fans despite the deficit. Just the 1-2 pitch to O'Hanlon in the dirt for ball 2. Good to see that the fans are still active and as rowdy as ever despite the score, showing that they're not giving up on this team. 2-2 pitch, swung on and fouled by O'Hanlon. Looked like he reached a little bit for that one. But good job to foul it off.
Yeah. Keene's off-speed stuff has been fooling Salesianum's lineup all day.
Count still 2-2. Here for O'Hanlon. Keene kicks and fires. Curveball. O'Hanlon's just over top of it as he fouls it off past third base. Still 2-2 here. Bottom of the 5th inning. Salesianum still trailing St. Mark's 7-0 now after a big 3-run inning by the Spartans.
Yes, Salesianum struggling to time up this curveball.
2-2 pitch in the dirt for ball 3. Look at the scoreboard. Seems to a bit of a pattern as every odd inning the Spartans are putting up some runs.
Yeah, very interesting.
Still 3-2 pitch grounded to short. Throw over to first. And he is safe. Good job by O'Hanlon to beat that throw as he collects the 3rd hit of the night for Salesianum. Shortstop, C.J. Moxley. Moxley up now. It was a very close play there at first. Good job by O'Hanlon to beat out the throw. Moxley up now. Walked his last at-bat back in the 3rd inning. See if he can get something done with a runner on first. That one swung, lined right back to the pitcher, Keene. As him and O'Hanlon will have a couple words as they both retreat back to their respective dugouts. O'Hanlon was halfway to on his way to second, as really no shot there for O'Hanlon to get back to first. Quick inning here. We'll be back with the top of the 6th here on WSAL. As Duffy leads off the top of the 6th for the Spartans, as Lai still working out there as he throws ball 1. 1-0 pitch in the dirt for ball 2. Check swing, and he did not go around. Swing grounded to third. Bushnowski, great play as he gets Duffy out at first. Second baseman, Brian McDermott. McDermott up now. Pretty decent day for him, as he got a double in the first to score a couple runs. And then got a really weird bloop single last inning and also stole 2 bases. Sticks inside for ball 2. To a pitch, swung on and drove deep to left field, and that is gone. Solo shot by Brian McDermott as he continues his very decent outing today.
Yeah, and you can, yeah, that seems to be the dagger for the Salesianum crowd here. They're silent.
Yeah. Catcher, Colton Sims. St. Mark's leading now 8-0 after that solo home run. As we have a little confusion here with the umpire.
Yeah, Sims, 2 hits, 2 RBIs so far today.
Very good game for him so far, as he swings and flies one out to right field, as McSorley camps under it for the second out of the inning. First baseman, Aiden Lehane. Lehane up now after getting a single and scoring his last at bat, that being back in the 5th. So Lai kicks and deals. Pitch in there for strike 1. Lehane check swing. Grounded over to the pitcher, Lai, as he will tag Lehane out on his way to first, and that will end the inning. Spartans get 1 run on 1 hit, that being a solo shot by Brian McDermott. And we'll be back with the bottom of the 6th here on WSAL. McSorley now leading off bottom of the 6th here for Salesianum. Is Ian Keene pitching a gem, to say the less. This first pitch to McSorley is down for ball 1. Keene allowing no runs and just 3 hits against the Salesianum lineup. McSorley's pitch grounded over to third, and an error on the throw. Lehane cannot scoop the ball. St. Mark's still leading 8-0 here.
But yeah, maybe a rally for Salesianum starting here.
Catcher Jude Swift. Jude Swift up now with a tiny bit of momentum here. That's a runner on first. First pitch low for ball 1. As St. Mark's keep flipping pitchers out in the bullpen. Again for the 3rd time coming in as the lefty Tanner Emmerts. Seeing if he might come on as Swift takes a pitch in there for strike 1.
Yeah, Keene 83 strikes to only 47 balls today. So it's definitely been very effective in handling this lineup.
Swift out in front fouls that one out of play for strike 2.
Yeah, it's a recurring theme here with the Salesianum lineup, them being way out front of this changeup.
Good pitching by Keene, see if he can go all the way. Bushnowski playing 3rd now, waiting on the on-deck circle after pitching 4 innings. As Swift takes a ball in the dirt. Evens up the count at 2-2. 2-2 pitch here to Swift. Swung, grounded up the middle for a base hit. Jude Swift, now a 2-hit day for him, as he's gotten on base every time tonight.
Yeah,
3rd baseman, Jack Bushnowski. Bushnowski up now. Hasn't collected a hit yet. Excuse me, he has a hit in the 1st inning. Now hitting with runners in scoring positions. He fouls that one past the dugout of Salesianum for strike number 1.
Yeah, this is a very important chance for Salesianum if they want any chance of fighting their way back into this game.
Definitely no outs. Run on 1st and 2nd here. Hoping Bushnowski can rally Salesianum to grab their 1st run of the game. 0-1 pitch. Curveball upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, it's a great take by Bushnowski to him to recognize that that curveball was a bit high.
Looks like that curveball just missed the top half of the zone. See if Keene might go back to it. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Bushnowski. As Keene gets back in the count, 2-1. As Emmert's still warming up in the bullpen. Feels like he's been warming up forever now.
Yeah, Keene has not faltered yet, though.
Pitch upstairs for ball 2.
Bushnowski has hit a home run. That would be very useful here if he were to hit his 2nd of the season.
Definitely, especially with this 8-run deficit. 2-2 pitch, curveball, fouled just beyond the 3rd base bag. We'll come back with a 2-2 count again.
Yeah, Bushnowski battles in the count. Just need to avoid a double play here.
2-2 here to Bushnowski. Keene checks the runner at second. Fires a ball on the outside corner. Very close pitch there. Good take by Bushnowski.
Yeah, that was very close. Bushnowski, great eye. Great eye. It's part of what makes him the excellent player he is.
Definitely. Now with battling back with a 3-2 count, here's Bushnowski. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 in the dirt. As Salesianum gets confused as Swift and McSorley both trying to advance a base. And Sims throws it back down to first to Lehane. And they get Swift going down to second. So what started with no outs and a full count ends with 2 outs. And a fresh count here as manager comes on to take Keene, fortunately, out of the game. Very good pitching series from him. Excuse me, Keene's still out there. I think everybody thought he was coming out as Emmerich retreated back to the dugout to hopefully relieve him of his duties. Salesianum now with the 2 outs, a runner on third. First baseman, Landon Johnston. Landon Johnston up now with 2 outs now, and McSorley over at third. As he swings, pops that one up just behind second base, and the shortstop will get it. As that quickly turned into no runs after 2 quick singles. St. Mark's still leading 8-0 as we go to the top of the very last inning here in WSAL. Top of the 7th here at Fusco Fields. Salesianum still trailing 8-0 to St. Mark's. We have a bunt, and it's foul by the shortstop Folzinski. Lai still on the mound. Only given 1 run last inning on a solo home run by second baseman Brian McNermott. As Lai will face Folznowski, Sneeko, and then Thornton in this inning. That one's fouled back and caught off the screen by Sneeko in the on-deck circle. Lai working a quick 0-2 count here to the shortstop. See if we can get a quick first out. Check swing, and he did go. A little confusion whether he fouled it or not. but he did go. That was a check swing strikeout for J.J. Lai, his second of the night. Right fielder Tyler Sneeko. Tyler Sneeko in here now after taking a strike down the middle. As Lai gets him to pop out. That's a right field. There's McSorley under it. 2 quick outs here for the Sals.
Yeah, Lai very effective against the St. Mark's lineup.
Center fielder Chase Thornton. Chase Thornton back up now with possibly his last at-bat of the evening. First pitch in there for a strike. Lai doing very well, getting ahead in the count with 3 first pitch strikes in a row.
Yeah, taking advantage of that liberal strike zone.
0-1 pitch from Lai. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. As Lai looking to work a very quick 7th inning to get the Salesianum lineup back in there to hopefully win this game. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Third strikeout from J.J. Lai in the second of the inning as the Sals trail by 8 here in the bottom of the 7th. Hopefully working to get their 7th straight win in a row. St. Mark's lineup trying to hold them here. We'll be back with the bottom of the 7th here on WSAL. Taiwu up now as we get a new pitcher in Fulzinski, previously the shortstop. We have a couple new substitutions. Moving from the second base position over to shortstop is Brian McDermott, and entering the game at second base will be number 8, Gavin Matrinko. Taiwu steps in, hopefully trying to get something started here for the Sals. They're down 8-0 so far. Pitch upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, very good take from Wu there. Wu's been very effective in the latest road trip, or the last few road games. Let's see if he can continue that here. See, ducks out of the way.
Ducks out of the way for ball number 2. Fulzinski warmed up a tiny bit in the bullpen, but certainly not as much as Emmert's. This 2-0 pitch downstairs for ball number 3. See if this pitching change was well worth it. As we do know, Keene was definitely getting up there in the pitch count, but very good game from him, only allowing 4 hits from the Salesianum lineup. That pitch is in there for strike 1. 3-1 count now here to Taiwu, trying to get on base to start this 7th inning rally. Pitch in there for strike number 2. As Fulzinski works back from a 3-0 count now to a 3-2 count.
Yeah, Wu's going to need to swing here.
Swing and a miss, strike 3 from Wu. Little words to Wu, Fulzinski. The designated hitter, Brandon Emig, Emig now up, the designated hitter, excuse me. Let's see, will face Fulzinski. First pitch is downstairs for ball 1. This rivalry is very heated. Many words being said by both teams. Takes it downstairs for ball 2. Fulzinski falling down to a 2-0 count again. Off speed in there for strike 1. Slider, I believe. 2-1 count here. Fulzinski slider in there for strike 2. It's Cole Graham, the center fielder, waiting on deck, hopefully not being the last out in this game. Pitch in there, fouled. Off to the third base. Emig battling here with a 2-2 count. See if he can make some magic happen and get a leadoff single here.
Yeah, Salesianum will need some magic to get back in this one.
Pitch in there for strike 3. Catches Emig looking. Now down to the final out. Center fielder Cole Graham. Cole Graham up now. Possibly being the final out here in this game. First pitch to Graham. Upstairs for ball 1. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the 7th inning. Here from the Sal's.
Definitely, both after going down in the count early on.
Pitch outside for ball 2. Third batter in a row that he's fallen behind in. But he's definitely shown that he can overcome the first 2 balls and work back into an out. 8-0 here at Fusco Fields. Sally's down to their last out. Graham swinging a drive out to left field, and that will end the game. This will be a shutout here by the Spartans.
Yes.
Salesianum will fall in this one 8-0. Spartans 8 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. Opposed to Salesianum's no runs, 4 hits, and 3 errors. Tough loss for Salesianum.
Definitely.
A tough way to end the 6-game losing streak.
Definitely. Salesianum, shocking result almost. St. Mark's celebrates. The majority of the Salesianum crowd stayed for the entirety of the game, so that shows the loyalty of our supporters here at Fusco Fields. Salesianum will look to rebound against Smyrna on Saturday. Smyrna is 1-9 so far in the season, so they should be able to rebound.
Yeah, Smyrna not having their best season so far, so Salesianum will bounce back from this Holy War loss, hopefully to bounce back to a W against Smyrna.
Definitely. You can't let a loss like this shake your confidence, though.
Definitely not. Very good game there by the Spartans. Very tough loss from Salesianum. I'm Nick Becker. That was the game. We'll see you here. We'll see you here next time on WSAL.